Hello and welcome back to the, again, ever rainy city of Rockdale. It is raining again. I know it was raining at the beginning of the last episode, and, well, it's raining at the beginning of this episode, too. Anywho, last episode we did kind of play around with this, and I think I might actually make it smaller, and piece by piece what I'll do is I'll draw up a blueprint of how I want it to be kind of laid out and then build it, but we'll see how that goes. I did get a new commercial area ready for well, commercial. But I really do kind of want to play with this crossing a little, because this crossing is a little kind of janky. So let's force elevated straight slope at a 45. Slope too steep. Well, how steep is it? Wow, 33? Oh, and it saved at 1. Haha. The terrain change height. Okay, so we want it a good just 145 in this direction. Or not 145, but one major marker. Click over. Negative 14, which is no bueno either. In there, and then we will have it follow elevation, continuing to go. Wow, does that go? That goes straight in. Well, okay then. A little bit of world tearing, but we can fix that. Actually, we can put another, once we get them, hydroelectric plant right here. So it's all good. Kind of bump out the sides. And there we go. It's a little narrow, but it's fine. Which does create a point, though, that, so here's the concept on hydroelectric dams, right? Especially with how they work in City Skylines. They... Actually, let's get rid of this first so that we could see. They, and actually in real life, they, increase the water level of the terrain, or the water level of the water behind them. Now, what does that mean? Well, you see all these nice white height markers here? So say we want to build our dam on this one right here, just under the bridge, right? Well, if we follow that height marker, the water level throughout the entire place is going to, this entire valley is going to be filled. So the idea would be is that we wouldn't want anything in there. Not that we could, because it's pretty steep. But the idea being is, if we wanted to place it, say back here on these entrances, we have to make sure that we don't build it so that it gets up so high that it actually starts flooding the edges of the commercial district right here. You're still flooding? Why are you still flooding? Water has not moved away from this guy, apparently. I am confused as to why. Oh, nope. I want to smooth it out. And you left because reasons. Yeah, look, there's all the water. So we will have apparently commercial and residential, I'm guessing, that move in and out because of this little problem. The problem is that they build the land flat. And then the water mechanics, it's like, oh, it's flat. I don't go anywhere, which that isn't true in real life because, well, let's put it this way. It's hard to program a system that works on the atomic level. So, you know, it's... So you have these cubes of water, so to say, these voxels of water, and they really don't do anything for you. But the problem is that you can't do anything with them either. So, let's actually have it elevated so that we can keep the same height. Out to right there, and that way we can have a giant spillway in the middle that, if not a canal, that yeah, takes care of the water right there. And let's start in on a new residential district. So it goes, wait, yeah, it goes down 1 from that. See, the thing is that the elevation is going to be rising to it, but see, it's 14 above. We don't want it 14 above. We want it like, we want it lower, like 3 above, because we want the water flowing in this direction on that side, but in this direction on this side. But I don't know. You know what? Actually, let's design this side first. Let's not have it 3 meters. Well, let's have it some above. We will say, actually, you know what? No, we will have it at base level. We will actually use this as context. 3, 2, 1, 0. We'll have that at base level. Actually, the slope is so steep that even though that was 0 meters up, it still created a ridge on one side. We will say that we will build it in this direction at this 115. That goes up 3 meters and is along the ground. We'll have the backside taller then. So what we will do, 115 or 110? I think 110. So that goes, wait, that goes up 7. Well, that's fine. We'll have the area behind them a little taller. 110. Oh, that says it goes up 6. But anyways, okay, so that's 110. It goes up 6, so we need it 2 meters per jump, which is actually in the ground right there, but that's fine because it will eventually lift up and out. Oops. 1. That's not 1. Sometimes this doesn't like to work correctly. Okay, so I guess we're going up 5. I ask it to go up 1 meter, and it's like, nope, we're going up 5. It's like, oh, okay. That's -1 drop. We actually want it 2 up, which will put it 3 above the terrain, which is fine. It still is an incline, which would work, and hopefully what I want to try to do too is keep it as close, at least one side, as close to the terrain height as possible, so we have as little of the tearing of the zoning areas as possible. So at flat, that goes up 5. Holy cow. We're going to be going at the 40. Okay, so it goes up 4. It says 4 right there, but we will go up at the 42 every time. Again, oh gosh, sorry, I hiccuped. 2 every time again. We don't actually need angle snap because it should auto angle snap, considering we're going in the same direction. 1 or 4. Well, 1 is closer to what we want than 4, so... Oh, but it goes into the ground. We don't want it going into the... That's even with the ground? I don't know how this is contemplating life. If it goes up 2, that goes down 7 in that direction. And I think that will be good. And then we'll have it, and the backside of this will be tearing. There's not really any way that we're going to be able to fix it, so. It goes up 11. We don't need it going up 11. 3 will be fine, because we'll have it go up 2 meters every... That went up 4? Let's redo that. That is up 11. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, okay, that's fine if we dig in some. That will balance out our soil a little bit. And then just up 2 meters this way, along this little bit. So that way we will have a... This is starting to get into zoning tear range. Can we have the middle direction, please? And thank you. Oh gosh, but that's right. This would have to have the elevation change to it. So we will say if it goes up 4 right there. Okay, 6, 12, 16. It needs to go up about 16. At that point. That is too steep. Okay. Too steep. Too steep. Ah, right there. Okay. And was that a height difference of 3? You know what? That's good. But anyways, the idea is kind of this middle. I want it kind of divided in half in how it went. So anywho, this should go in this direction. No? Huh. Well, that should zone just fine in this direction too. Which means we need to figure out where in which the zoning would be good. Which would actually be more helpful if I drew something out like this. We'll have this as well go up 4. Which is still in the ground, which is fine. We knew that that was going to be like that when we did it. No, we want to connect right there. So you know what? We will get rid of this road. So we want this to actually legitimately connect to this at a angle in which... You know what? We're getting rid of this too. That these would come together. So at that point, and that goes up 7 meters, which is actually, oh, but it's -10 from that road. So we need it to go up 17 meters ish. No, because we need that to go up a little bit too, but only maybe like 1 or 2. So like 19. So we need this to go up 6 per jump, which is actually quite a bit. Well, that evened out pretty well. For some reason, I think my numbers got lost in translation. Okay, we need to go up much more significantly than that. So we will say more like 9 per jump. Still -2 right there, surprisingly. 9 right there, and then right here we'll have it like go up 1 meter, which that still goes up right there, but that's fine, I think. I think. Let's terraform this out, see what it how all the lines actually play out. So, because who knows how? Well, I designed it so that it would flow more towards this river road, but who knows actually how it will? These lines will turn out. Although with how it looks in the beginning here, it looks like it's going in the right direction. So, although these really need to get pulled back. So over here, it does look like it's going to drop towards this corner, which is fine. We actually decided that we don't want all the water going towards one spot because it will make that person grumpy, that one person grumpy. So we will try to bend these lines out in a more respectable manner. These need to get pulled in because this cliff face can get pulled out a little, and those lines aren't actually cooperating at a good angle. So but yeah, so I think the district that will be over here will be something like maybe, I know, why don't you guys, there's enough of you watching, all 7 of you, well, no, that's how many subscribers I have, and some of those are actually families. Cheesy doodles. Anywho, but there's like 3 or 4 that watch this consistently. What do you think this area, because it's going to involve this entire area. This is going to be a new residential district. What should this area be called? I'll leave it up to you guys. That out of the way. This is almost done. It doesn't look like that cliff face is going to want to pull out very far though, which is unfortunate, but it looks like none of the zoning actually tore really. So this is actually going to be a really good area. That being said, the back side here, let's flatten this out a bit. Just a little, just to have the water going. Actually, I want to pull this little bit back so that the water is going to go down this way actually from there. It changes at this point. Okay. Okay then. Huh. That makes me think though, how do I want this to go? Because we do have another couple rows of houses that we could put in here. We would definitely need this to go up some. That's still -2, but we'll have it come up. We'll have this pretty steep again, going up 9 again as well. To there. And then we'll have this going back and up 4. Just like that. This is going to be zoned pretty weird because the hills are not following it quite that nicely. But we'll have it go up 2. And then this... Actually, is that exact? Yeah, that's 180. That lines up. No, that doesn't line up. That can't line up. Look at that zoning. It's not straight. Okay, you know what? Get rid of that because obviously it's going to be different because this is going to go up 2 more. And let's do 3 more if it's going to go all the way out there. And line that up perfectly. Well, as perfect as could be. We'll actually get rid of that because that should go directly up to that point. So it goes up 22. So at this point, we'll ensure that it goes up 11. I love Oogie Boogie from Nightmare Before Christmas. He's just this really energetic character that's just really fun. Though, yes, he is crazy and wants to kill Jack and Santa Claus. That's beside the point. He's a very enjoyable villain, should I say. That he does... Yeah, he's a scoundrel, but he does it in a very fun way. Let's just put it like that. And so I like Oogie Boogie because of that. That, yeah, he's a scoundrel, but he does it... But he's a very fun scoundrel. So, anywho, if we could pull these out. This gets pulled out quite a bit because that just goes straight over. And it's actually going down the length of the district at this point. See how the lines are going more this... Actually, this needs to be reduced too, though. But yeah, how it's going more towards this corner, rather, than, actually towards the river, which can be good, can be bad. I don't really want to make it any deeper going in that direction, because then there will be so much water going in one direction that it will actually cause problems. So... And here needs to just get taller. Because it should be connecting to these lines over here. Yes, come on. Come on, I know you want to do it. And there we go. And now we can kind of start smoothing these out a little. Anywho... But yeah, this area is going to be pretty interesting because I'm going to have to jump around all those pools, so it's not going to be as blocky, which I know some people, just from seeing other YouTubers talk about it, don't like. And so hopefully that will be an enjoyable point about this section of the city. Again, the name is up to you. Kind of makes me think of the old Peter Pan when all the Lost Boys are tied up on the pirate ship. The choice is up to you. The choice is up to you. Kind of thing. So, but anywho. So the water will be kind of splitting at this point based on how this has evolved. And basically, so some of the water will go actually this way towards this, come around over here, and then come back in. So that is very unique and may cause and may be problematic at times, but anyways, that looks nice. I think I will get this piped up real quick now that we have some level of completeness. We'll put this along the backside actually, because I don't think we'll put anything on the front over there. Just put this out to that street, which would then make that straight. And then we will residential this up real quick before the end of the episode. So, some interesting zoning breaks there, but oh, we need electrical over here. Okay, pause it for a second. Let's see if we can't get them to build where there's electricity. So let's kind of zoom in here, get it snapping. So we kind of want it right there, but we don't want it in the ground. So like right there, it'll jump across, not at that elevation, but for some reason at that elevation. Okay, we'll throw it over here just because it wants to be kind of a butt about it. Throw it right there, which is right next to that. And since we can't build off of that because we put it so close, put the next one over here, about right there. We'll have it jump the road and then hook up like right here, or right there, kind of in the middle. And that is too tall for my liking. Yes, I'm going to be nitpicky about this. I have $2 million. I can be nitpicky. Or in-game money. I wish I had $2 million in real life. And right there. Okay, and go. See how this turns out. And fast, please. And yes. Okay, so they built right where the power is. So that is actually very good. So, yeah. I think what I'll do is actually build off of this road to get the next residential piece over here, and I think I might actually just diamond this back part. I'm not sure if it will go uphill or downhill. It will most definitely go uphill, but it'll have some runoff in this direction if I can build it right. So, and some runoff in that direction. So we will kind of avoid spilling stuff into the commercial district. Anywho, I think that will be it for this episode. If you're liking the series so far, if you like the episode, please leave a like and be sure to subscribe so to make sure that you can catch the next episode when it comes out. And be sure to leave a comment in the comment section below, especially about what this area will be, the residential area over here will be named, because it will go in between all of these little rivers and such, because it'll make it easier for runoff. So yeah, thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one. Goodbye.